I'm Michael Shellenberger, and I'll be your professor. Free speech is one of the biggest issues of our time. When I was a boy, I remember my dad told me that the Supreme Court had allowed the neo-Nazis to march through a neighborhood of Holocaust survivors. I was horrified by that. But then by the time I graduated from high school in 1989, I saw that the Supreme Court had also allowed people to burn flags against the opposition, mostly people on the right. And so it's an issue for me. I always felt like we have the First Amendment, we have a Supreme Court that defends free speech. It wasn't really a concern until we did the Twitter files. I and a group of my friends, Barry Weiss, Matt Taibbi, were invited in by Elon Musk to look at what had been going on at Twitter before he took over in November of 2022. And what we discovered really shocked us. There had been not just a clearly partisan and ideological censorship that was going on by the staff, but we started to discover FBI, Department of Homeland Security, other government agencies demanding that content be taken down. So we knew there was something much broader than anybody had understood. So University of Austin has a mission focused on free and open inquiry. It recognizes that universities have moved away from that tradition over the last few years, maybe several decades, and they want to revitalize that sort of open inquiry, that open debate, and I think they felt like their first endowed chair would need to be focused on these issues of free speech. So I'm mostly known for my work on the environment. I wrote a book in 2020 called Apocalypse Never. I'm really looking forward to pulling that book apart. There's 12 chapters in it. It covers everything from climate change to rainforest destruction to meat and plastics. My second book is San Francisco, and that's about the crises of homelessness, addiction, mental illness, and crime in America's biggest cities. That also has a number of chapters that cover the history of mental illness, the history of homelessness, history of addiction. So I'm very excited to also do something that unpacks that book, San Francisco. And then my more recent book is on censorship and free speech. I think this is a really important time to sort of understand the history, understand why it was that the founding fathers of the United States made free speech such a fundamental issue. The conversation in today's universities has gotten so constrained and so limited, and that stifles everything in the society. Free speech, in a sense, it's not just another issue that I'm concerned about. I mean, I'm concerned about the environment, I'm concerned about cities, I'm concerned about the mentally ill and drug addiction, but free speech is foundational. If you don't have free speech, you cannot address, much less solve, any of those other problems. It's sort of the enabling mechanism for democracy, for free markets, but even more than that, I think it's an enabling mechanism for becoming fully human. What I really hope my students get out of the classes is that they've had a mental shift in one way or another, a gestalt shift, a different way of seeing. It's not just about learning information. You can go online and learn information. You can read a book and learn information. There's something else that happens when you see the world in a fundamentally different way. I think the truth is something that we can only apprehend from seeing from many different points of view. The University of Austin, and certainly I, am looking for students who are excited by the challenge, who understand that discomfort is part of the learning process. If you're never uncomfortable in confronting new material, then you're probably not learning. I, like everybody, I've got very strong opinions and I passionately argue for them. At the same time, I really want to understand how my opponents view the world. I want to bring the most empathic view of those views. So I'm looking for students that are looking for that challenge, that are looking for that discomfort, that understand that discomfort is part of the process of learning and becoming, fully human, being able to see the world from different points of view, not just your own. This is a place where the founding members, the founding faculty, the founding supporters have all made a commitment to free and open inquiry. Welcome to the University of Austin. I'll see you in class.